Hello and welcome to this instruction video on the transform marker, which is a very simple safeguarding tool for mainstreaming PSEA in programs. We have a short video prepared for you. Let's have a look.
As a project manager, have you worried whether your project is safe for communities? A project manager, like a pilot who follows safety protocols before takeoff, ensures safeguarding of the community by applying minimum standards. The Transform Marker is a safeguarding tool that makes humanitarian, development, and peace-building programs safer. Project managers can score their project in 10 minutes and plan actions for improvement. Decision makers can assess compliance across organizations. Let's make safe programming a reality. Use the Transform Marker today.
So first of all, we wanted to just give you all of the links that you need to access this tool yourself. We have in the link in the description below, we have the tool itself in an Excel template, as well as a Google survey. We have the training materials, the video that you just saw, as well as a one-pager. You can click on the link and just download the tools at your convenience. So what is the transform marker? The transform marker is really a simple checklist that any program manager can use to check if their project is in line with minimum PSEA and safeguarding standards. It only takes 10 minutes to complete, but it really gives valuable information on the level of PSEA mainstreaming in the project, whether that's a humanitarian, a development, or a peace building project. And most importantly, it really allows program managers to strengthen their project further. The transform marker has three core aims. The core aims, of course, of using this marker is to implement safer programming for communities and to mitigate risks of sexual exploitation and abuse. In addition, it gives the opportunity to receive support related to safeguarding in PSEA and to strengthen programming. Using the transform marker, it consists of three main steps. The first step is to fill out the marker itself. The program manager completes 9 questions in a survey format, which only takes 10 minutes to complete. Step 2 is to get the score. So the survey will immediately give you a score as a program manager, and you will be able to identify areas where the project can be further strengthened. Step number 3 is for the program manager to improve the project by identifying action points with the support of other PSEA and safeguarding colleagues if needed. And this is what the transform marker stands for. It has 9 elements to it: training of staff, risk assessment, awareness raising, no one is left behind, safer programming, female staff present, oversight, reporting and victim assistance, and lastly, monitoring. So as you can see, the transform is an acronym, and so it's easier for colleagues to remember all the elements. In terms of value add, the transform marker offers value at really 4 core levels. Of course, first and foremost, for affected communities. Secondly, for program managers, as they will understand better how to strengthen their programs. At the organizational level, the marker is used to give organizations a clear overview of the level of PSEA mainstreaming in their programs. And lastly, at the coordination level, the marker can be used to give strong indications of overall gaps and areas for strengthening.
Now we will show you the questions that you need to answer as part of the transform. All questions can be answered with yes, no, or not applicable. Remember that done is better than perfect, so simply answer the questions to the best of your ability, and you have already made the first step towards strengthening your project. On training, we want to understand the level of PSEA training for anyone working on the project. The IASC has a standard training package that can be used to fill gaps in this area. For risk assessment, has there been a risk assessment completed at the project level? A project level risk assessment allows you to identify gaps to be mitigated and areas that can be strengthened in order to make your program safer for communities. Awareness raising. Does the project include awareness raising with communities? This is an extremely important element, and project managers can coordinate with safeguarding and PSA focal points in their organization to plan awareness raising activities for community members and beneficiaries. No one is left behind. This question is about beneficiary registration, targeting, and selection. Is this done in consultation with communities? Are the criteria clearly communicated with communities? This question was put in place because these are high-risk activities at project level. Having this effectively in place can reduce risks to communities. Safer programming. This question is on the safer programming aspects. Is the project following safeguarding protocols? This component has many overlaps with GBV, child protection, and safeguarding standards and practices that also reduce risks. Is female staff present when there is direct contact with communities? This is a very basic standard measure that can have a strong impact on reducing risks for women and girls who experience the highest risk related to safeguarding and sexual exploitation and abuse. Oversight. Oversight is related to capacity building with implementing partners and partners with whom we have a contractual agreement. We have the responsibility to ensure that our partners also understand and follow the same standards for safeguarding. One example that is currently in use among UN agencies and their partners is the UNIP PSEA Common Assessment. Reporting and victim assistance. Did the project make staff aware of victim assistance services and safe and accessible reporting mechanisms? In order to ensure accountability, we must inform our staff on how they can safely respond and refer these incidents. And finally, monitoring. The last question is about monitoring and learning. Do we have measures in place to monitor our safer programming practices? Are we tracking changes, identifying gaps, and overall consistently monitoring our programs for these risks? After completing the marker, you will receive a score and you will be able to identify if there are any areas where the program can be strengthened. Please keep in mind that this is an ongoing capacity building process. Some of these elements can take additional time to implement, but your willingness to look at these issues and make the necessary changes is what matters the most. It also gives you an opportunity to work more closely with focal points on safeguarding and PSEA in your projects. You can reach out to your interagency PSEA task force or network for additional support. Thank you.